Hi everyone. My sincere apologies for having to delay the Ask the Mayor Anything session. I've actually had a really bad cold, and as such I've been home in bed, and then didn't want to come back into the council building till everything was clear and all that goes with that. But I'm back in the office and we can do this session. So our first question is, we've had quite a few questions around people parking on footpaths, and I'll try and address them all at once. Look, this is very annoying. I've actually had quite a few people park at footpaths in places where I've lived and done a bit of damage to my lawn. The thing I can say to people is, please, if you can't talk to your neighbours about it or they're not responding, let the police know. That's their role. Our rangers do a great job, but they also look after our dogs, our stray dogs, and other ranger duties. So please let people know, let the police or talk to your neighbours, and if they're not working, also give council staff a ring. Thank you for that question. Janine Morris asks, ask the Mayor anything? What a joke, because she never answers the hard questions. Go and delete this comment because it just shows the truth. Janine, I'm not sure what question you asked. We had a look that I didn't answer of yours, and no question's too hard. So please, if there's a question we've missed of yours, inbox us if you don't want to put it back on the post, or you have my mobile number, it's on the website, just give me a call. But we do try and answer all the questions that we can, and that's why we put this session on. So Justin Pascoe, with the new borrowing of 10 million and the idea to upgrade infrastructure, you mentioned it will create jobs. How many continuing full-time jobs are you looking at creating? And I'm loving this idea of making more long-term jobs, which I agree. Or is this just contract jobs and nothing for them once the infrastructure is finished? And look, Justin, it's tough to put a question on how many full-time jobs will be created. You have a look at all the infrastructure we're looking at. We've changed our procurement policy just to make sure that our locals have a better chance in applying for any of these contracts. But if you look at all the big infrastructure jobs, we're looking at O'Neill Park, looking at a sporting precinct, we're looking at Queen Elizabeth Park, we're looking at Argent Street, the Norm Fox Oval, the Alma Oval, not forgetting the Cultural Hub and also the archives. There's a lot of building going on, and with that it cascades down to the smaller businesses. And those smaller businesses, get to create and maintain positions as well. So when you're looking at that, you have many days, many months, and probably a couple of years of work of infrastructure there that builders should be able to employ people on a longer term basis. But equally as important, keeping people in small businesses is important as well. Jan Allen asks, why is dog control in this town so sorely lacking? Oh, and Christmas. Why are there no decorations put up anymore? Our other towns still decorate. This town has become so sad and neglected. Look, firstly, Jan, can I talk about the dogs and dog control? There are over 12,000 dogs in our city. That's right, 12,000 dogs, population of 17,000 to 18,000 people. And with that, we only have 2 rangers. Our best way of keeping dog control in place is asking each and every one of us to be responsible, to make sure we look after our fences, look after our gates, more importantly, look after our dogs. And that way we are responsible dog owners. If you're having trouble, if you see a dog around, give our rangers a ring. Sometimes they may be on a call, so be a bit patient and kind to them. But give our rangers a ring and they'll come out and help. But remember, there's only 2 rangers to those 12,000 dogs. But the best thing we have is that if we all become, and I have a dog, we all become responsible dog owners and look after them, we're better off. And if there are times that you think you can't care for them, think about what their future is and what you can do to look after them. Paul Adard asks, I ride my motorbike around the outskirts of town and I see so much rubbish dumped out in the scrub area since the tip has been charging. What's the council plan to stop this happening? Paul, firstly, can I say that with that rubbish out there, I can tell you, because I've talked to our staff out at the airport for many years, people have been dumping their rubbish in those areas well before we had to enact the EPA requirements. And so, you know, those rubbish being dumped out there is mainly because people don't want to take it to the dump, not because of the charges. So when you look at that, can I say firstly, if for anybody listening, and Paul, if you see rubbish in those areas, please contact council and we will go and clean it up and fix it up. But for everyone else, we're all working all those hours to increase when the tip is open. I was going to say the dump then, I can't say that. When the tip is open. However, those illegal dumpings are exactly that, illegal. I ask everybody to take them out to the tip, put them in your bins, to make sure you get rid of the waste. You know, it is the hardest thing, but it's something we can do together. Look, I can tell you, we all have to have pride in our town. I know, just with myself, we've just got our new vouchers for our rates, our new cards to go to the tip, our 5 free visits. Use those cards to make sure you take your rubbish out there. I've only used one in the last 12 months. I know a councillor that hasn't used any, it's probably a few councillors, but you know, it is there. We have got access. Make sure you're responsible for those people that are still dumping it out there. Sadly, they were dumping it before. Michelle Halls asks, with the changes for extra bins, I live in a lane and all our bins go on one side and they could be 5 bins together. How do you know who's putting out the extra bin? Look, we have a register of who all pays, you know, who's paying for all their bins and where they are. Our drivers are regular drivers. Our staff know their routes. They know the area. They know the 5 bins have been there all along. So, and, you know, so they know what's going on. So if you have problems, let us know. But I can assure you that our drivers let our staff know, let our senior management know if there's extra bins out. So you can be assured that we're meeting all our requirements under the EPA and we're collecting the right waste and people aren't sleeping in an extra bin. Terry Bloomfield asks, when are you leaving? Now, Terry, you've asked this before. I think you asked back in 2019. Terry, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, I had that cold, so I did take some time out for that. But I look forward to you asking again in 2021. Rebecca Margaret asked, on a serious note, can we please have an update on the progress you've been making with Adelaide Government in regards to lifting travel restrictions for Broken Hill residents? Can I say, Rebecca, the South Australian Government, I write to the South Australian Government. I make sure that we CC the Premier and every shadow minister, every minister, cross-border commissioner, expressing our concerns. And I tell the story of what someone's told me that week, their experience, their challenges. We've been told essential travel will get across. Please put in your request forms. The biggest issue we have now is the inter-hospital issues, that if you're going to a private hospital, the private hospital are now saying that they have a requirement of 2 weeks. So I want you to talk to your practitioner or give me a call. I'm trying to lobby the changes, as I said, on a weekly basis, if not daily. But I need your stories. I need you to tell me what's happening for you, because everyone is different, and it certainly is powerful when I actually reach out to say, this is the story that someone's rung me and told me about and shared with me, and had the trust to do that, to try and change what we're doing. The issue for everyone with education is another one that is in front of us, and we know that some kids, excuse me, as I said, I still have a bit of that cold. Some kids and some adults haven't gone back to university. They're deferring a year, which is really a challenge for them. Some are doing external. I'll still be reaching out, but we've seen the changes of what's happened in Victoria. Our hearts go out to Victoria. And also now we're seeing the emergence of a second wave, potentially a second wave, and good job with the New South Wales government getting on top of this with what's happening in Sydney from the Crossroads Cross-Border Hotel. So we're seeing a case in Orange, in Wagga Wagga. We're hoping that's where it'll stop. But for all of us, I'm sorry again, for all of us, if we maintain our social distancing, if we keep our hand washing up, if we make sure we don't go into an enclosed place, and as the Premier of New South Wales has recently stated, if you can't do that, please put on a mask And it's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's about protecting yourself, protecting others. It's going to be a common thing. We're going to see more and more people, and we know that businesses are saying it's safe for everyone. Let's do this. So take care, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Janine, don't forget to contact me, and if there was a question I've missed, but we're here to answer the hard questions, and you're here to ask the hard ones. Thank you, everyone.